Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I guess it's been confirmed now that we're seeing an actual mugshot picture, whereas now been solidified that OBlock Louie has been arrested. OBlock Louie is most notably known to be affiliated with King Von and OBlock, and was shot in his head by police the night King Von was shot and unalive himself in Atlanta. Louie and Slutty were both shot, but unfortunately Slutty didn't make it that night. OBlock Louie is lucky to be alive himself, as he has to live with a condition forever, which slows down his brain activity and shows a permanent disfigurement to his skull area. However, some people may agree that they'd rather be alive and deal with a condition than to be deceased. Now, on another note, when this news first broke out about Louie being arrested and charged with a matter stemming from Atlanta, the first person I've seen mention something about it was King Von's sister, K Killer. We never spoke on it because there was no evidence backing up her tweet, although I doubt she would lie about something just like that. It was also interesting the time she spoke about it, because at that time, she was going back and forth with King Von's sister, Kayla B, and exposing her for stealing from Von after he passed away. During the tweet, she would ask, how is OBlock Louie being arrested for a case that's already closed? Which is a great question, because that's the first question I asked, and which I'll get more into later. Now, as of yesterday, body cam footage of the night King Von passed away in Atlanta dropped, and although we've seen body cam footage stemming from that night already, in this footage, it actually shows OBlock Louie on an officer's body cam shooting at unidentified individuals. Some say OBlock Louie wasn't thinking that night and also crashed out for shooting a weapon right in front of the police. However, I always say that in the heat of the moment, sometimes you don't even have time to think, and your adrenaline is through the roof, so you're not even mindful of what's going on around you. Whatever went down, it seemed like Louie was locked in on whoever he was trying to get. Unfortunately, he himself was shot in the head by the police, according to sources. One of the questions everyone was asking though is how or why was Louie shot in the head by police when they aren't supposed to shoot to take someone's life? That's another question for another time. We did a video covering the body cam footage, so I'll leave a link pinned in the comments for you guys to see and get caught up with what's going on. I'll get into my theory on why Louie was arrested in a minute, but I also want y'all to focus on the timing in which all of this is starting to transpire. We just learned from the back and forth on Twitter from Von's family that OTF Vonnie allegedly stole $200,000 from King Von after he passed, and also emptied out his safety deposit boxes from Chase, according to King Von's cousin, Balo. Kayla B was also accused of stealing King Von's hard drives and giving him the Lil Durk for unknown reasons, but we already knew that. Many people believe that one of the reasons Durk wanted those hard drives so bad is because he may have had a feeling that many of those songs Von may have been dissing him due to rumors of Durk allegedly cooperating within the case that they caught in Atlanta that involved THF Bezu and deceased OTF affiliate Hella Bands. We also learned recently, according to Mona Lisa, who was affiliated with King Von as well, that allegedly Von's sister Kayla B had been sleeping with Lil Durk behind the scenes and been doing shady things to Von, which is also why she was rewarded a Range Rover from 21 Savage, although it really came from Durk, allegedly, but Savage was a cover-up. We been knew 21 Savage lied about how Durk found out about King Von's passing because he said they were both at a bowling alley when Lil Durk got the call and then left. But the whole world seen Durk on IG Live previewing his song with Pooh Shiesty, Back in Blood, when fans would alert him that King Von was shot. Now fast forward to just 2 days ago, DJ U, who was King Von's DJ at the time and was also present at the nightclub the night King Von lost his life, would tell the world for the first time ever that Quando Rondo and Little Tim were actually at King Von's album release party before the Hookah Lounge. Now none of us knew that. We've all heard that for the first time coming from him because no one has ever said that before, and neither has he, even though he spoke about that night numerous times. Keep in mind not to get it confused with the lounge Von was shot at. He said they were both at the release party, which was the spot that they were at before going to the hookah lounge. He also told the world that the whole event was set up by an Atlanta promoter who was actually the one who came up with the idea to even throw the party in the first place. So follow me, right? If it was the Atlanta promoter's idea to have the event in the first place, and Quando, Rondo, and Little Tim is actually at the event, knowing they're from Atlanta, like the females would say, is giving setup vibes. And if these two were actually at Von's event, how come nobody else seen them but DJ U? How come Von ain't seen them? How come DJ U ain't tell Von that they were there? First off, why would they be there? Right? Knowing that it's Von's album release party, knowing Von was gonna have a bunch of people with him there that night, and knowing they had problems, why would Quando and Tim risk their lives like that if they didn't feel that comfortable doing so? Right? What made them so comfortable where it was just two of them, but they would pull up on Von's album release party like it was nothing? Anyway, you're probably asking yourself, what does any of this have to do with OBlock Louie getting arrested? Here's my theory. It's evident that a lot of foul play took place that night, and it's obvious that a lot of people lied about what actually went down. As I tell y'all, where there's smoke, there's fire. And the devil is the master of confusion. The fact that everyone who was there all have different stories of some sort tells us off the bat that something ain't right. Because if it was the truth, it would only be one way. And I told y'all before that it seemed like the only people who were with Von were the ones that was targeted that night by police. Louie and Slutty was both shot where Louie barely survived. Boss Top was arrested. Meanwhile, they told us the reason Louie was shot was because he was shooting. However, Little Tim was able to allegedly shoot Von 8 times like they say, and all he suffered was a leg shot that to this day I'm on the fence about because it's not adding up. And like I said, he was able to shoot and nobody shot him or tried to shoot him dead the way they did Louie and Slutty. Then the body cam footage of OBlock Louie just dropped, and we see King Von's security guard, or supposed to be security guard, actually protecting the people that was with Quando, Rondo, and Little Tim. Why is Von's security hanging with them guys? Why they're not protecting Von, right? Then you see the police officer giving the security guard cuffs. I don't know if he's an undercover police, I don't know. Moral of the story is, I could be wrong, but I think maybe Louie is being arrested because it's an effort to silence him for whatever reason. I personally never heard of someone getting arrested for a closed case. Keep in mind, if it's due to whatever transpired that night, that was back in 2020. What took them 4 years to decide that they wanted to arrest him? Then on top of that, he did suffer a life-changing wound. And they still want to arrest him? Like, this is crazy. And notice something else, right? When Von passed away, it was a handful of people that were actually mourning him. And then there was a certain amount of people that were making subliminal posts about people being snakes, not trusting friends, the back door being open, and Boss Top was one of those people. And prior to his arrest, it was like 2 or 3 attempts on his life where he was involved in either getting shot or almost getting shot. So once again, all of this is alleged, and it's just my theory on how things played out and realizing how everyone seemed to have lied about what happened that night. And to see OBlock Louie get arrested, something just don't make sense, right? It's been 4 years since Von's passing, and to this day, new information is coming out about it, and I have a feeling that y'all gonna have to apologize to a lot of people y'all call crazy for saying that Von was backdoored by his own folks. Now I'm waiting to see videos of OBlock Slutty drop, because a lot of controversy surrounding what actually happened to him, but all shall be revealed, y'all. We're in the age of Aquarius, so just expect a lot to be exposed going forward. Y'all jump in the comments and let us know what y'all think about OBlock Louie getting arrested. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping, and I'm out.